Welcome to the image analysis for the forearm. Image analysis guidelines for the AP forearm state that the radial styloid should be demonstrated in profile laterally. The superimposition of the metacarpal bases and of the radius and ulna is minimal. The radial tuberosity should be demonstrated in profile medially. The radius and ulna run parallel. The ulnar styloid is projected distally to the midline of the ulnar head. 1/8 of the radial head superimposes the ulna. The olecranon process is situated within the olecranon fossa. The coronoid process is visible on end. The forearm midpoint should be at the center of the exposure field, and the wrist and elbow joints and forearm soft tissue are all to be included within the exposure field. The next slide provides those image analysis guidelines we just went over. Let's talk about arm rotation. So let's look at distal forearm internal rotation. When we have a projection like the first two here, you want to first look at if there is any rotation in the wrist and area. In the first projection, you can see that the laterally located first and second metacarpal bases and the carpal bones here are demonstrate superimposition. So that means that the arm is starting to internally rotate at that distal end of the forearm. In the next image, an external rotation, the medially located fourth and fifth metacarpal bases and carpal bones will be superimposed. So over here on the medial side, that is where you're going to start seeing the superimposition. And you want to make sure that that hand is in that true AP projection in order to avoid this rotation. Next, you also want to evaluate the proximal forearm here and making sure that those condyles of the humerus are parallel with the IR. In the first projection, we can see that we have a little bit of internal rotation going on here. One, because of the degree of overlap of the radius and ulna here. They should not be this superimposed, and also the condyles here are in a slight oblique projection as well. In the next projection, looking at the condyles, they are again in an oblique projection. They're not in that true AP projection. We can't see the olecranon fossa as adequately. Also, looking at the degree of separation of these two radius and ulna, you can see that they're almost free of superimposition, and typically the radial head and neck and tuberosity are still superimposed in a true AP projection. So let's look at this first practice analysis of the AP forearm. We can see that first the image analysis does point out that the medial and lateral epicondyles are accurately positioned. There is some superimposition and some rotation up here if you take a look at the wrist. So now we have to determine Are we internally rotated? Are we externally rotated? If you take a look at the lateral bones here in the wrist, they're starting to superimpose over top the more medial carpal bones. Also, the pisiform is starting to be well demonstrated and in profile. So this should tell you that you're are starting to internally rotate too much. So in order to correct this, we need to get that hand and that distal wrist and forearm in a true AP projection, aligning the anatomy parallel with the IR and to ensure that we get a true AP forearm projection. In our next practice analysis, we can see that there is some degree of separation down here with the proximal, forearm. The radial head and neck are free of superimposition. You can also see that there's some rotation up in this wrist up here, and the epicondyles down here are not in a true AP projection. They are not parallel with the IR. The wrist up top is internally rotated. You can see that the lateral side here, these metacarpals are superimposing. The pisiform is starting to come out over here medially. So the wrist is in an internal rotation. However, the elbow is externally rotated because you know from an elbow projection, the radial head, neck, and tuberosity in an external oblique open up. So we got a couple of little positioning errors here that we've got to correct. So in order to correct this, we want to rotate the hand and wrist externally until they are in a true AP projection. You also want to rotate that elbow internally until the humeral epicondyles are parallel with the IR. Let's move on to the lateral forearm projection. Image analysis guidelines for the lateral forearm projection state that the anterior aspect of the distal scaphoid and pisiform should be aligned for a true lateral projection. The distal radius and ulna are superimposed. The radial tuberosity is not demonstrated in profile. The ulnar styloid should be demonstrated in profile posteriorly. The anterior aspect of the radial head and coronoid processes are aligned. Forearm midpoint is at the center of the exposure field, and the wrist and elbow joints and forearm soft tissue should all be included within the exposure field. The next slide provides you the image analysis guidelines. Let's talk about a little bit of rotation demonstrated in the lateral forearm projection. In this projection, you can see that the distal radius is demonstrated anterior to the ulna. Anytime that occurs, you should know that you are in internal rotation. Typically, external rotation does not occur as much unless there is some mispositioning or malpositioning caused by the forearm and humerus not being placed in the same horizontal plane. The body's natural sitting or natural position would be to internally rotate rather than externally rotate the arm. So let's take a look at this image analysis for the lateral forearm. When you take a look at this image, we definitely could have gotten this arm a little bit more in of a 90-degree on the same, but it is on the same horizontal plane due to the joint space of the elbow being adequately demonstrated. However, the radius and ulna are not quite superimposed. As you can see, the radius is demonstrated anterior to the ulna, so therefore we have some internal rotation. In order to correct this, we need to externally rotate that wrist until it is in a true lateral projection. If there are any questions about this image analysis for the forearm, please feel free to reach out. Thank you for participating in this learning module.